This is Eugene Panritkovich. I'm the laptop screen doc, and the name of the website is www.screensurgeons.com. Today we have a Toshiba Netbook computer. This particular model is NB205, but I think this procedure will work for most Toshiba netbooks. So it would be NB305, NB355, and whatever NB with the last number 5 Toshiba has out there. So long as it looks something like this, it should work. Okay, so this one has a damaged laptop screen and we need to replace it. And in order to get to the screen, we need to remove the top plastic cover. And in order to remove the top plastic cover, we have to remove the screws. And in order to remove the screws, we have to remove the screw covers. So let's look at the tools that we need for this. We need an X-Acto knife with a pointed blade, a small electronics screwdriver with a PH0 bit and a PH1 bit, and a pair of metal tweezers to get at cables and screws. So first thing we need to do is we need to remove the rubber and plastic covers from the plastic frame. So we have one here. This one's kind of a tough one, but we can get it. Let's see. Is there a screw hiding behind there? Let's see. Maybe there isn't a screw hiding behind there. Or either sometimes this happens that the plastic cover comes apart when you try to remove it. I'm guessing there's a screw hiding behind there. And let's see. And my guess is wrong. So there's no screw hiding behind this one. So let's put this one back on. Okay, so if there's no screw hiding behind this one, this leads me to deduce that there's no screw hiding behind this one. Alright, let's see what's behind door number 3. And there is a screw hiding behind this one. Okay, so we take off this plastic cover, a rubber cover, or some sort of rubber plasticky material that I don't have a good name for. And let's take off this soft cover, and let's get to the screws. So we have 2 screws here. We remove this screw, and we remove the second screw. Okay, now we have to take the plastic frame off. So what I like to do is go from the screen side and use my fingertips to grab it and try to lift it up and listen for the snapping sounds. If you hear the snapping sounds, that's a good sign. That means the plastic frame is coming off. Now for these netbook computers, this plastic frame is incredibly thin, and relatively easy to damage, so be careful, try not to damage it. Let's check out what's happening in the back. Okay, there's a place, a seam, where we can open up the seam to get better access, like so. If you saw that, so we opened up the seam. That way we can remove the plastic cover a little bit easier. Okay, and we'll just keep working, just trial and error until it comes off. So it might take you a while, but keep at it and you'll have success. And this is what the plastic cover looks like when it's lifted off. So we put the plastic cover to the side, and we have the screen now. So this screen is held on metal brackets with mounting screws on the sides, and we have to remove the screws from the sides. Sometimes it's easy to get to the screws, and sometimes it's hard. Let's see what fate has in store for us. So this one, it's relatively easy to remove the screws. If not, you will have to remove this screw and this screw over here, tilt the screen forward a little bit to get to the screws, but so far so good. So we remove the second screw. Okay, and this is where our tweezers come in handy to extract this screw. Alright, and then we do the same thing on this side. 1 and 2. Okay, so the screws have been removed from the screen. We carefully tilt it forward, make sure nothing is holding it back, and we try to lay it down. Alright, so far so good. And there's one connector here. We have to remove this connector, and there's some adhesive tape holding the connector down. So we lift up this adhesive like so, and then once the adhesive from the front is lifted up and the adhesive that's holding the cable down is lifted up, we pull the connector back and it's released. And here we have the screen. So let's take a look at the screen. This is a 10.1 inch LED screen. That's the most common type of screen for netbook computers. The connectors here. Some HP netbooks have the connector here, but most have the connector here. And let's look at the model number for this one. Let's get a good focus. Here we go. And the model number is B101AW03. See, we're out of focus again. See if we can get a good focus. Yeah. B101AW03. That's all you need to know. And if you type that in and find the screen, we should have a screen that looks very much like this, and it'll be compatible. Now, the thing about netbook computer screens is that sometimes they're matte, the finish on the surface. Sometimes it's glossy. There's no rhyme or reason. So this Toshiba NB205, maybe at Walmart it might have a matte screen, and at Best Buy it will have a glossy screen. So when you order it, unless they specifically say it's a matte or glossy, there's no guarantee which one you get. So that's something you have to deal with netbook computers. For other types of screens, you can specify, but for netbook, it's very hard to specify whether you're going to get a matte or a glossy. And that's it. So when you're ready, when you have your screen in hand, you reconnect it, put it back in, and reverse the procedure, and you should be good to go. And it's fairly simple. All right, thank you very much. My name is Eugene Panrutkovich. I'm the laptop screen doc, and the name of the website is www.screensurgeons.com.